Hi, this is Dr. Joanny, and welcome to my Ultimate Anti-Aging program. In today's session, I'm going to be packing a lot of information in here in just a few minutes, so let's get started. So in today's anti-aging industry, we have millions of people talking about it, trying to show you how to age gracefully, or trying to explain why we age. Well, most of these people are talking about skincare. A few others are talking about how important diet and nutrition are. Others are also talking about exercise and how important that is for keeping you young. Most people are talking about one topic. Other people are talking about a combination of topics. But for the most part, even though they're the majority of people, they're really only touching the tip of the iceberg. Okay? Hardly anybody ever talks about what the real cause of aging is. So what is the underlying cause of aging? You may already have a sense of this. It's the elephant in the room. You're already living with it every day and everywhere, because wherever you are, there you are. Okay? So what is this one very important factor? It's stress. Okay, stress. So there's a lot of people talking about stress too. But in modern medicine, people don't really understand it. They don't understand the nature of stress. So they usually talk about it in very general terms. And there are tons of people out there who give us all kinds of tips, solutions for alleviating that stress. Running the gamut from lighting scented candles and taking nice long baths to doing yoga and meditation. And some of these things definitely have merit, but most of the advice that you get out there is band-aid and temporary at best. Okay? The thing is that if we're not trying to find out what causes stress, then everything really is a band-aid. Okay? So what is the cause of stress? The negatives in our lives. So, it usually begins with a thought. If the thought is negative, then we generate negative thoughts, more negative thoughts, feelings, and emotions. If we have more thoughts that are negative, then it generates more negative thoughts, more negative feelings and emotions. And if we don't learn how to control it, and you can control it, then you can do something about it, because if you don't, stress is going to cause problems in your life. And what are those problems? Well, stress is really the root cause of all our dis-ease. So, degenerative disease like cancer, heart attacks, insomnia, weight gain, weight loss, fatigue, acid reflux even. You name it, stress is behind it. And so if you don't learn how to control it, it's going to harm you. And not only will it harm you, but it's also going to, it might even kill you. The other thing is that when you're under a lot of stress, you also become much less effective as a person and as a leader. Think about that, okay? There's also this concept of good stress versus bad stress. Well, I'll tell you this, in Chinese medicine, there is no such thing as good stress. I mean, if you're happy, you're happy. If you're happy, then more than likely you're going to be calm, level-headed, right? And people trust people who are calm, level-headed, and relaxed even during the worst possible times. Okay? So there's a lot of bonuses to eliminating stress from your life. Now in Chinese medicine, the concept of stress isn't just stress in general terms. There are many different reasons for stress, so there are many different types of stress. And because I can identify those different types of stress, then we can get to a diagnosis which ultimately leads to a very particular customized solution in order to eliminate that particular type of stress. So stress is not just stress in Chinese medicine. We've been studying it for thousands of years, so we understand the nature of stress and how it affects humans. Okay? So, what do you need to overcome stress? There are 4 different things that you need to do. First is a new philosophy. So you need a new way of thinking. You need a paradigm shift. You need a shift in perception. Very important. With the philosophy, you'll get a new set of rules. So a new set of approaches. And as a result of the philosophy and the rules, you get a new set of skills, a new skill set, which means you have to execute. And 4, because of these 3 things, you will have much different outcomes. So, new knowledge, new experiences, new results, new habits. Also very important. Okay? So, aging is not something that's going to happen to you absolutely. I mean, there are stories that I'm sure you've heard over the years of people who have done things in advanced age that most people wouldn't even consider doing. Okay? I mean, you do hear stories of men of advanced age, for instance, who are still fathering young children. I'd like to go to the amateur athletic world for examples, because there are some really amazing things going on. When I was involved in track and field through my youngest son, Aiden, I happened to watch this woman who was in her early 70s, and this is going back many years now, who was running a race. And she was running a race against other competitors who were, you know, about 30 years younger than she was. And there she was. The amazing thing about this woman is that, well, yeah, her hair was white, but I looked at her face and I looked at her body, and it was amazing, because she was thin, she was obviously fit, but the muscle tone was pretty incredible for a woman of 72. What we might think as being extraordinary, but here she was, pretty strong. And even though she wasn't running at the same pace, you know, running as fast as her fellow competitors, she was still out there doing her very best. And I really got inspired by someone like her. Okay? Because you can choose what you want to do for the rest of your life. And it doesn't matter how old your chronological age is, because it really matters about what's going on here, what's going on here. I mean, and about 3 years ago, this same woman was running a 4x100 relay race with 4 other women in their 70s. She and these 3 people were going to try to set a world record for their age group in the 4x100 meter relay. It was pretty impressive. When, seeing that just kept reinforcing what I think about age. You don't have to age, but it's your choice. Okay? So, that leads us to what we get when we eliminate stress from our lives. Okay? First of all is clarity. Clarity is the opposite of confusion. If you have clarity, for example, and this does happen in business, you're not throwing resources, time, energy, and money into something that doesn't need fixing. Okay? You also get creativity. Creativity is the opposite of stagnation, status quo, and conformity. In today's business world, which is rapidly changing, often these changes are unexpected, you need to be on your toes. So having less stress means that you have much more energy to spend on creating solutions, creating new streams of business to make money, and maybe just even to become aware of opportunities as they come along to you. You also get more confidence because you'll know that you're putting your best self forward and that your thoughts and your judgments are sound. Composure. So remember, people trust other people who are calm, relaxed, and stress-free, even during the most stressful times. And they're going to notice you, and they're going to ask you how you do it. Competence. So, you're going to know what to do, when to do it, and why you do it. And lastly, courage. You're going to say what needs to be said, and you're going to say it with conviction. You'll know when to say it as well. This takes courage. Okay? So, in the process of releasing stress, you're going to feel younger, look younger, and act younger. But unlike your younger days, you're going to have the knowledge, the experience, and the wisdom. Very important. Also, it's going to release a lot of energy. You're going to have that energy that you need in order to tackle what you need to tackle. And finally, you're going to have a new set of soft skills. Think about it. Leaders today need soft skills in ways that you never thought before. This is the ultimate professional and personal development program that you've never had before. Because the thing is that once you change, everything changes. Everything. And wherever you go, there you are. But this time, you're empowered. That's what the big difference is. So, this is Dr. Joanny of the Ultimate Anti-Aging Program. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll be back with more. Bye.